Good morning, welcome back to my channel. Many of you wanted me to go step by step what I do from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, as far as like the routine that I follow. Once again, I am not on a diet and I am not taking any products in a way where I would say I can't use long term. I do take some products. My favorite products are my liquid collagen. I also do mushroom coffee on a regular basis. I use like mostly they are like herbs because my main goal for this lifestyle change is not just for me to lose weight. It's for me to implement a different lifestyle, like a healthy lifestyle in whole in my household, meaning not just me, it's like everyone, and it's focusing on health in general, having a healthy state of mind, to have control over ourself, over our emotion, to be healthy physically. When someone say you look beautiful, it's like, damn, I feel amazing. It's not about the pretending, it's about how you feel in general, the relationship you have around, and everything that goes in our lives. So for me, that's what when I decided to go in a lifestyle change, that's what it meant for me. And the main reason why I did it, it's because I have PCOS, lupus, and so many different things that have to deal with hormones. And if I don't take care of it, that could hurt me in the long run in so many ways. And one thing is, I want to be here for my kids. So I don't want for me to just leave it up to the doctors, because I do believe in holistic medication, and I do believe that being healthy has a lot of things to do with how we live our lives in the day to day. Is the pattern we create, the habits, the things that we do. So that's what it meant for me. So usually I go to sleep at 9 p.m. and sometimes it's not always at 9 p.m., but I always wake up at 4:45. And when I first wake up, the first thing that I do, I go to the bathroom. I would put a spoon of coconut oil. The coconut oil, I do have cloves and a little bit of spearmint oil in there, and sometimes a little bit of tea tree oil. I would change it based on how I feel, and sometimes I would have both. I would oil pull. I've been oil pulling since, I would say, 2006, give or take. However, it used to be a on and off whenever I have the time and stuff like that. But for about 4 years, almost 5 years now, I've been doing it every morning. Because when I became 474, I was I was getting like patches everywhere. My tongue was always white. I would go to the dentist no matter what they would do. They think it has to do with my hormones. And then it would get worse during the time. Like I would have my period. And then I was diagnosed with premenopause at a very early age, and it made it where it doesn't really go off anymore. Like usually after my period would pass, like it would go, but it doesn't go. So I just learned to live with it, and I just decided to oil pull because I knew what the benefits are. So I never stopped doing it. But usually I know a lot of people said it's very hard for them to oil pull. I know a lot of people oil pull for about 20 minutes or more. Me, I oil pull based on how I feel, and if I like, how could I say that? When I put it in my mouth, I would swish it around for as long as it's still liquidy. Once I feel it, it's thick. That's mean it has already pulled all the bacteria and stuff like that. I would throw that away. Then I would take this water that I make. It's basically cloves. It's cloves, a little bit of sea salt in regular water, and I will swish it in my mouth. And I usually make that once a month, and I leave it in a cool, dry place. And then I will follow with brushing my teeth. Then with like regular toothpaste, but I use this tooth powder that I made. It's with clay, cloves, charcoals, a little bit of baking soda, and then what else is in it? Oh, and I usually drop a little bit of spearmint on in there, and then I will brush my teeth, and then I will follow with my regular toothpaste from Madura, and then my mouthwash. That would be my morning. Then I will drink water while I'm doing whatever it is that I'm doing, and usually I will have my teas going. In the morning, I usually prepare 3 cup of teas. One of them, it's usually cloves or cloves with garlic pills, or just garlic or garlic pills. Sometimes I will have mint or mint with cinnamon, or sometimes I would just have ginger with lemon pills, or sometimes I will have the garlic cloves with lime zest, with lime juice and lemon zest. I do my best to remain alkaline. I do my best to how could I say that? I do my best to remain alkaline, and I do my best not to eat too many things. I feel like, due to the fact that I have a lot of hormone issue, the meat is not that they're not good. The thing is, here they add a lot of hormone, a lot of antibiotic, a lot of different things, and also fish have a lot of mercury in it. And I feel like when I do consume fish, sardine doesn't do that to me really, but I feel like when I do consume fish too much, it actually, and I don't buy the one that they raise in the farm. I usually buy fresh like fish, but my favorite one, I would say, it's codfish and salmon. I like trout, but not as much as codfish. I think codfish might be my favorite fish of all time. So I don't do tilapia. I would say that I feel like I sweat more, and usually my pores get big. And when I would have when I would have the time where it's like my period's supposed to come, my hormones still go out of whack, even though I'm premenopausal. I will have bumps everywhere. When I mean everywhere, I will have bumps, patches, redness, high pigmentation around here, around right there, because I have bad sinuses. So whenever my sinus are swollen and stuff like that, I will get like this big patch right here, and I would get this ear infection, and it's usually extremely bad. And I find that by having those teas in the morning, by oil pulling, I have been able to get those things, like kind of like under control, based on what I eat, how many times. Like I take I drink a garlic cloves every other day. I do it on Mondays, on Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then also that's helped, because usually what would happen, my blood pressure will go a little bit high during my period, um when I first was diagnosed with being premenopausal. And yes, I'm only 35. I'll be 36 pretty soon, but for some reason, that's what happened. And I used to, the other thing is that when I do eat a lot of grains, I'm extremely gassy and bloated. And then dairy will make me break out. So it's not because I changed my lifestyle, not because I just wanted to lose weight. I was getting overwhelmed, and I felt like every type of diet out there was making me worse, wasn't doing better for me, and the things that people were saying like that was good when you go and stuff like that, it wasn't doing me any justice. So I had to start journaling for me to pay attention to my body, to see how they react to certain things. And I started changing my diet slowly by paying attention with how my body treated certain things when I put it in my mouth. And I started paying attention to what works for my little brother, what works for my daughter, and it became a passion of mine. And I was like, you know what? I would want to teach people how to do that, instead of being on a diet that's going to give you temporary results. Because I feel like being on a diet, you get the temporary result, and then after that, you gain the weight, and then that's like getting sicker. I think the hardest part of it, it's keeping the weight off. It's not losing the weight. The losing the weight is the easiest part. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love.